My view of CRM systems has changed immensely from when we first came across this system. When we first came across it, my view was based on the fact that I'd only ever seen poorly implemented systems before, so I'd only ever seen it really as a sales tool. When you start to look at what it's actually capable of and you see what can be done with it, it's an incredibly powerful management tool. It allows you to report on all aspects of the business and to really drill down into what the causes of problems are and to look at ways forward to enhance what you're trying to achieve. Before we implemented the system, I mean, obviously we had processes in place. There was a lot more ad hoc, the way things were done. Different departments would treat the same process in different ways. The definition of what a supplier return or what a customer return was much more vague. So if we were trying to see how many particular products we'd sent back to supplier A, if we hadn't recorded them all, we didn't get a true picture. A problem before was the number of spreadsheets in the business, particularly if we were looking at something like the machine stock. Finance would have their own spreadsheet, the engineers would have their own spreadsheet, customer services would have a spreadsheet, and the sales team would have a spreadsheet. Sometimes none of them agreed with Sage. So this was always a problem, trying to get everything to agree and reconcile. By putting CRM in place, what we've managed to do is take away all those spreadsheets, and now there is only one version of the truth that everybody is using. And we have more than once during management meetings stopped the meeting to discuss a particular item, got CRM up on the screen and looked at the actual current situation where we're at. How many items are we talking about? How many customers does it impact? What's the current situation? Where is it currently at? What's the latest communication? What's the latest email that's attached? It becomes a depository for a vast amount of data and documents. So you can quickly get down to an email that was sent from person A to person B. It's there visible for everybody to see. So the reporting is massively different. It has taken out spreadsheets. It has meant the reports all look the same. The tangible benefits of the CRM system primarily relate to consistency and accuracy. Everybody's doing the same thing the same way each time, regardless of, for whatever reason, an item needs to come back into the business. It is always coming through the returns process. If credit control want to raise a credit note on a particular customer's account, the only way they can do that is by printing off the document that is produced halfway through the case workflow. There is no other way to that document. What that means is when I'm signing off a credit note, that I know it's come from a case and I know it's being done correctly rather than off a spreadsheet, which was how they were filled in before. The CRM system has enhanced the communication between departments. Different departments now have a better understanding of what each other do, and work is passed in a consistent way between them, and it is visible and it is all real time as to who's got how many particular parcels are we waiting to come back from a particular customer or a particular supplier. How many items have we got currently in technical investigation? We can see all these things at any given time, and it's all real time as well. The thing I like most about this solution is its configurability. It's different from Sage in that when you get Sage, it effectively comes how it looks, and there's not a great deal you can do with it. With the CRM, it's quite obvious that with a small amount of training, you can configure your own screens, set it up exactly how you want it. The workflows at the back of the system allow you to set it up so that it follows your business processes, which is what we did. We took our business processes and we wrote the workflows to match them. Screens can then be changed yourself, so it's the right data's on the front screen. If you don't like it, take it out. If you want something else, it's almost always available to be able to put in there. By getting people from different departments to get involved in when we're writing the bit for them, it's a what do you want this to do? You get buy-in from people. People sort of accept that it's something that they have some ownership of, and the take-up of it is much better. But ultimately, down the road, because we wrote it ourselves, essentially we wrote it ourselves. If there is something that's not quite right, if we change something and say, wouldn't it be good if we could just do that, or this drop-down menu is missing this item, it's a 2-minute job to then put it in. So it allows us to really, it gives us an ownership of the system and allows us to allow it to evolve with us